Hey guys. Good night.
Good night.
All right, so we're beginning with June 2019 HSB. Let's try and go through this as quickly as we can so we can cover another one. There's not going to be much explanation for your answers because I don't envision it changing much. So it's not like if you have paper 2 to write still. So just take the answers, try and memorize them, and work with that as your preparation for the exam. Good. So let's start. Someone to read the first question.
Plants obtain nitrates A. Directly from nitrogen gas. B. By the process of photosynthesis. C. When nitrates diffuse into the stomata. D. When observing nitrates through the roots.
What's your answer going to be? Anybody else want to give it?
D.
Yeah, absorbing it from their roots. All right. Should we mark these answers? How do we do this? 1D. If I put D here, then I move while we move, so that wouldn't be make sense. All right, 1D. Moving on. Number 2, somebody else read that one. Somebody can probably keep the answers so we can share the answers. Remember, we're doing 2019 HSB here. All right. Yep. Number 2.
Which of the following is an example of
Is an
Terrestrial terrestrial meaning what? Referring to the land, right? So something relating to the land. Good. Which of these options look like a land relationship? Yeah. Good. Fish should be aquatic. Fish, both aquatic, and good. So yeah. C. 3. Where does photosynthesis occur? Chloroplast is your answer. Where does photosynthesis occur? Chloroplast. They can have several ways they can ask this question here, but the answer is still chloroplast. Chloroplast is photosynthesis. Ribosomes make protein. Golgi apparatus package substances for transport out of the cell. Mitochondria produce energy or ATP. So any one of those explanations there can be a possible other question. right? And I think the Golgi apparatus is actually one of them. Good. Questions?
Sir,
What I said for what?
for B, what does Golgi bodies do?
A package protein for transport out of the cell. Golgi bodies, Golgi apparatus, same thing. So package proteins for delivery out of the cell or transport out of the cell. The ribosomes make proteins or manufacture proteins, chloroplasts, photosynthesis, and mitochondria, energy for the cell. All right. Yep. Let's read this one here.
Item 4 refers to the following diagram, which shows a red blood cell before and after being placed in a concentrated
Concentrated solution. So the red blood cell will be an example of an animal cell. So if we place it inside a concentrated solution, you expect to see some changes in that cell. So if you're in a concentrated solution, the animal cell will lose water, trying to maintain homeostasis, trying to maintain some sort of balance. And as a result, you would have the cell looking like this, shrinking, right? So I would have explained that and give the answer. So what's the answer here?
B.
Yeah, leaves the cell, water leaves the cell by osmosis. Good. Question 5.
The producer in the food chain is
The producer, phytoplankton. Who's making the energy, right? The start of the food chain is often the producer. So you have D there. Hmm. What food groups do oats belong to?
Staples.
Yeah, staples, but you can also see some of your videos saying legumes. It's a tough one between the two, actually. Well, I will say, yeah, staples. 7.
which of the following statements is true about pepsin?
B.
It converts proteins to polypeptides because before it reaches amino acid, it has to be broken down to polypeptides and all them fancy things.
No, so why you can't say pepsin does that? So why you can't say pepsin facilitates the breakdown from um proteins to amino acids?
So because before it reaches amino acid, it has to be broken down first or something.
No, I understand what you're saying there, but why can't just break it down straight to amino acids? I have to check that one out. So yeah, you're actually you're actually correct. Polypeptides. C. Good. 8.
Which of the
7.
following
7.
vitamins can be produced by the skin as well as obtained from food?
What's that? Sure, simple one. From the skin. What vitamin comes from the skin? Vitamin D. Vitamin D. All right. So vitamin D is from the skin. It's synthesized by the skin. All right. So your answer there is D. So 7 is C and 8 is D. 9.
A person diagnosed with diabetes mellitus should
Increase fat intake, decrease protein intake, decrease carbohydrate intake, increase fruits and vegetable intake. What do you think?
decrease carbohydrate.
Two.
I said 2. There's no 2 there.
C, sir.
Decreasing your carbohydrate intake. The main problem is really the carbohydrate that is going to cause a spike in the blood pressure, blood sugar. The spike in the blood sugar is caused by that carbohydrate that's going to be broken down to glucose. Some fruits will contain high sugar as well, so increasing fruit might not necessarily help the problem. Which of the following teeth aid in the grinding of food? Grinding, crushing and grinding is what?
B, the
Molars and
molars.
premolars.
That's your molars and premolars. Squash sugar is a destruction, is a deficiency of what?
Protein.
Protein. Good. What's marasmus? Deficiency of what?
Protein.
Protein
No.
and carbohydrates.
Protein and carbs. Good. Both. So which of the following represents the correct sequence of events in the formation of a dental cavity? What do you think? Take a look at it. Look at it. The last thing is your abscess. So you first of all must have a plaque.
D.
If you don't expose if you don't clean that plaque, the enamel becomes decayed, then the dentine becomes decayed, and then you have your full-blown cavity with your abscess. So D is your answer here. 12D. Which of the following is responsible for digestion of protein only? That would be your stomach, right? So C. Yeah. Let's say if they ask which of these produce, which of these have bile? Which one would it be?
A.
A would have bile, and bile functions to emulsify fat. What is B? What's B they're pointing to? That's a duodenum. The first part of your small intestine is duodenum. And D is going to be your
Pancreas.
pancreas. Yep. So next question. Somebody else read that one.
Process of digestion is defined as the removal of the undigested waste.
Egestion removes undigested waste. Excretion removes metabolic waste. So the answer here is D, undigested waste. And they're trying to ask you what here now? Oh, the structure of the respiratory system and what those parts do. So what is going to warm the air and moisten it? What do you think will do
The
the
nasal
warming?
passage.
Nasal
My answer
passage.
is C.
It's a poor answer. It's a poor question, because once you can see one of the thing and automatically get the answer, it's not a very good question. But anyway, it's easy for you guys to pick it out when you're in the exam. The epiglottis prevents food from entering the trachea, and vice versa with air. The bronchus does what? Take oxygen or take gas to the two sides of the lung. And the larynx is what you call your voice cords. That's 15. Yeah, 16 now. They asked us one of the multiple choice in the paper 2 question.
Yes, sir. Benedict solution.
Yeah, so testing for glucose, the answer is going to be Benedict solution. Iodine test for what?
Starch.
Good. And copper sulfate test for what? Copper sulfate and sodium hydroxide are for protein. Copper sulfate and sodium hydroxide are for protein. Okay? Good. 17. Can somebody read that one? What is this one? This is CPR. We
To
did
deliver mouth-to-mouth
CPR, so that one should be easy for you all. Just remember what we did. What do we have there?
Oh, easy answer, sir.
Was it D? Can I trust you to that answer is correct, or do I have to read through that? Put the person on the back, press the head back with one hand and push. Okay. Pinch your nostrils, give a. Good. All right, good. So yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Do we still do mouth-to-mouth resuscitation?
Well, if you don't have, you're not in a hospital setting, you're going to do multiple resuscitation. You know otherwise?
So what happens if the person have some kind of respiratory tract infection?
Yeah, but the person gonna die fast though. So you're gonna look at the person and judge the person that okay, the person gets some infection. So I'm not gonna go and put my mouth there.
Okay, sir.
When this person is in the field, when you drag this person out of a ditch or a drain, you don't think about that. You think about saving the person's life. Huh? 18. Anybody wants to read that one?
The following is not a characteristic of gaseous exchange surfaces. Small surface area C.
The large surface area, not a small one. 19. What
Which
makes
of the
it
following
go on?
which of the following substances found in cigarette smoke is addictive? B. Nicotine.
Yeah, nicotine makes it addictive. The tar is what makes your lung look black after years of smoking. Arsenic is what makes it cancerous. What else I can possibly ask you? They can ask you the function of something else. They usually ask, what does it do? What something does. I can't remember what it was, but the answer is heart rate. Increase the heart rate. We'll see the question, hopefully. But they asked several things about this, and I just identified 3 of them to you. The tar was what makes the lung look black after years of smoking. Nicotine is what makes the cigarette addictive. Arsenic is what makes the cigarette cancerous. And I think it's what nicotine does. Can't remember, man. So this is a neutrophil. CXC would refer to that as a phagocyte, because that's a neutrophil. Neutrophil with a pathogen inside of it, a bacteria more likely. So your answer there is B. Then this one is quite simple. What vessel is in the lung? Pulmonary. So automatically your answer is C because nothing else matches with that pulmonary. So your answer here is C. Okay, good. 22. This one is a tricky one. Many persons will want to say, so the question is asking, which is the following best describes the function of the pacemaker? Some person want to say it increase the heart rate, but the pacemaker is not just increasing the heart rate, but it's also going to drop it. So the best option is to say that it regulates heart rate, meaning it's raises and drop it, raise it, drop it, raise it, drop it, to make sure it's regular or at a level. All right, so your answer there is C, 22C. High blood pressure most likely leads to what? You tell me.
Cardiac problems.
Yep, I told you. Heart attack, stroke on those issues, right? Well, if they replace this here with diabetes, what would you say?
Liver damage, sir.
No, same thing.
Cardiac.
Cardiac. Remember, diabetes and hypertension. The
Oh, they go.
the people who die from diabetes and hypertension, or either of the two, often die because of cardiac issues, heart attack, or cerebrovascular issues, stroke, right? So really, it's often lead to the same thing, cardiac problems, right? So the answer is A. Blood pressure is highest where? Where is blood pressure the highest?
Arteries.
Arteries. Good. When you work a paper, when you do a multiple choice paper, you don't just cram the answers. When you're finished with it, run through back the answers and make sure you learn the answers, or you're cramming the answers. When you go to the exam, you're not just going to rely on memory. At least you've worked it before, so you're sure to see and remember. Right? What's the pelvic girdle? What's your pelvic girdle there? They have lots of bones that look similar. But what is this here? What bone is this? What bone is this? What bone is this? Y'all can't recognize any of those bones?
So, little bone party of your pelvis or your waist.
This is your pelvic girdle here. This is your pelvic girdle. This looks like C1, which is like your cervical spine. This here is your sacrum and coccyx.
This is the one that fused together.
This is your pelvic girdle. And this looks like your shoulder blade into your clavicle area there. So this is your pelvic girdle here, B, right? 26, the function of the marrow in the long bone is to do what?
Red blood cells.
Not just make red blood cell, but make all blood cells, right? Make blood cells. Marrow makes blood cells. Muscles that are opposite and independent of each other, we call that what?
Antagonistic.
Antagonistic. Good. C. What is the glomerulus? No, is what they're asking. Which label part collects filtrate from the glomerulus? Right. So we've gotten the question wrong if we didn't read it properly. So please read the question properly. Don't be like me. Good. What part collects the filtrate from the glomerulus? So this is your glomerulus, and this is what here?
The Bowman's capsule.
Your Bowman's capsule, and that's the part that collects it, right? Which label part brings food to the glomerulus? Bring blood to the glomerulus. Very good question. Which one? If you had to guess.
A.
Very good. And what do you call that? Do you know?
No, sir.
It's actually afferent arteriole. So this is going to ultimately come from the renal artery and then branch into small capillaries which go to feed the nephron and then ultimately comes back out as what they call the efferent arteriole and then wraps around the loop Henle. All right, so let's not go into all that. This is what's bringing that blood here. This is removing whatever doesn't go in, which comes back around and wrap around to become the source of reabsorption. So yeah, and so here 28 is B and 29 is A. And 30 is the knee, right?
No, sir.
So you're telling me I'm wrong?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, your answer is shoulder, right?
Shoulder.
Good. The knee is what?
Hinge.
It's a hinge. Very good. So does your ankle and your elbow. And if you have any sort of common sense, if you're in the exam and you see a question like this, you wouldn't just jump and put an answer. Just play with your body parts and figure it out, right? Well, not in that's the way that sounds, but yeah. 31.
The part of the skin which acts as an insulating layer, holding heat in the body is the
follicle.
You want some lashes, hot lashes too.
No, sir,
Whenever
I
we
was just
say,
I was just thinking about it, sir. I wasn't saying the answer.
oh, that's the
Holding heat that chops.
what insulates? What insulates? We said it several times in our classes. What insulates?
Fat.
Fat. So the only one that has fat there is what?
A.
Subcutaneous fats.
Yeah, the subcutaneous fat. Good. So A, 32, involuntary. Involuntary is like when a red woman can't help herself when she sees a money man, right? That's an
Or a good
example.
looking man.
Or a good looking man like myself. Right, right. So involuntary actions are those actions that we do not control, right? Thinking about how the red woman automatically breaks a man's heart. That's another way of how to describe involuntary action.
What sort of involuntary action won't be what she does to the man?
Well, all of that too. How she's able to resist the man and also what she automatically does to the man just because of the fact of her being red. But we're not here to talk about red women today. We're just here to talk about some science. And this answer is going to be what?
C.
See, reading.
I see Miss Moshette is angry at what we were talking about. You see, the truth is the truth no matter who likes it, huh? So I don't know why Miss Moshette is upset. There are some decent red women, and we'll give her that at least. At least she looks like one of the decent ones. After all, all right, let me not go into that one. Which of the following? Next one, accommodation. Want to read that one there for us?
Which of the following actions occur to bring about accommodation in the eye?
Yeah, what's this one? What happens with the ciliary muscles and the suspensory ligaments during accommodation? Oh, I hope she stopped. So when the suspensory ligaments contract, what would that cause to happen to your lens? We talked about this before. When the suspensory ligament contracts, your lens will become thin, right? And what happens to the ciliary muscles when that happens? If one is going to contract, the other one has to relax, right?
Last,
So that's
yeah.
that's what they're asking you here. What's your answer going to be? Come on, read.
Sir A.
Yes. It's an antagonistic muscle, right? 34. 33A. 34. Anybody that comes to class often can see these answers here. I speak about this quite often. Come on, y'all boring me now. Hurry up.
Which of the following hormones is responsible for causing the liver to convert excess sugar to glycogen?
Insulin.
Jamel DeRouche is on the YouTube. Jamel was one of my bright students from last year. What if he's still bright? Jamel, you're still bright or you once you were a student of mine, you always keep it, huh? Anyway, yeah, insulin converts your glucose to glycogen, right? So insulin does that. And what breaks up glycogen into glucose?
Glucagon.
Glucagon. Very good. 35.
Which of the following statements is not true about the endocrine and nervous systems? A, the both respond to stimuli. B, the both responsible for coordination and control of the body. C, they both have specialized cells for transmitting and receiving information. Or D, they both have the same response time for transmitting and receiving information.
So this is not true. So on exam paper, you should underline words like not or which is true, so you always remember what you're looking for, right? Those can become tricky in exam. Which is not true about the nervous and the endocrine system. They both respond to stimuli. That's true, right? They're both responsible for coordination and control of the body. Okay. They both have specialized cells for transmitting and receiving. They both have the same response time. Do they have both have the same response time?
No, sir.
Because I was about to take your non-answer as though you were not taught by the good-looking Jamin Hatton. But anyway, your answer is going to be D. Which one is faster, the nervous or the endocrine?
Nervous system.
Nervous is faster. Good. D. 36. Which of the following hormones played a major role in growth of humans? Growth of humans.
Okay.
Let me give you another hint. This one regulates metabolism.
C.
Thyroxine.
Pyroxene. Yep, pyroxene. C. 36 C. I've never seen this question before. It's new? Or you've seen it before?
No, sir.
Yeah, so 36C. And then we have the male reproductive organ here. Let's see what's happening here. This diagram might haunt some people because they put that another reproductive cancer in males is cervical cancer. So I'm really shocked to know that there's a cervix lying around somewhere here. If your boyfriend has a cervix, something wrong.
It's just behind you, sir.
It's just behind. Okay. All right. You have all these parts here, all these parts you're looking at. And they ask you, other than the prostate, what else can have cancer? Any of these things can have cancer. And you choose cervix, cervix over any of these parts. Oh boy. She's gonna love y'all. What's our answer here? One is what? One is coming from our testis and epididymis area. So this is going to be our sperm duct, which is same as the vas difference. So automatically your answer is A or C. 2 is the prostate. Where's 2? Wow, the prostate, the far. So it can't be A. So your answer automatically will be C, right? So this is your urethra. Yeah, 3 would be the prostate. That's correct. And seminal vesicle on at 4. Good. Everybody's there?
So 4 is a seminal vesicle. Just go back to me, please.
Uh-huh.
For the prostate.
38. Somebody read that one there for us. So what do you expect to happen first? They should always be receptor detecting something. Come on, somebody read this question for us, please.
Which of the following is the correct sequence of activities that occurs when a person picks up a plate? 1. Impulses are sent down the white matter of the brain through the spinal cord to the arm. 2. Receptor detects the plate and an impulse is sent to the brain to make a decision. 3. Effector contracts or relaxes to pick up the plate. 4. Touch receptors in the skin and eyes keep the brain informed to coordinate actions.
What do you think?
The answer is B.
That's 3. Effector contracts, relax. Good. Yep. Agreed. B. I like when you say the answer is B, opposed to I think it's B. You know, that's confidence. You know, women like confident men. Not like if you like women, but yeah. 39.
Sexual reproduction is defined as the
B. Fusion of
fusion of
gametes.
gametes.
Yep. Why is it not gonna be D? D looks like a very good answer too. Y'all gone quiet. They say mitosis. They say mitosis. That's not correct. It's meiosis. Remember? Meiosis will produce your gametes, and after which your gametes must fuse, right? Good. 40. Prevent the sperm from entering the uterus.
A.
Yep, Maria. 41.
D.
What's it? Let me see. Hold on. What's ovulation? Ovulation is what we said? What did you say for 41?
D.
Oh. So what is B? What's B?
Fertilization.
Fertilization. And what is C?
Implantation.
Implantation. And the release of that matured egg is ovulation. Very good. And this diagram here, 2 produce 2. So we have diploid maintained, so that process must be what?
Mitosis.
Must be mitosis. Very good.
I came in the last exam.
Of course, it came in the exam, and of course, we had this in our class, and of course, this exact picture I sent to you in the WhatsApp group as well. So if you got that wrong in the exam, you have no one but yourself to blame. We're not talking about that tonight, are we? Moving on. Chromosomes are made of protein and DNA. Good, next. Part of 4.
Which of the following shows correct examples of genetic and environmental variation? B.
Let me see. B, tongue rolling and height. Yeah. Yep, that's a good option. Though the height, though your DNA or your genes code for height, the environment, how much you eat or don't eat is a good condition that either make you tall or prevent you from being too tall, right? So B is the best option there. What trait is this? What type of variation is this?
Discontinuous.
What variation is this?
Continuous.
It is a black and white dog. The options are either black and white dog or white dog. What's it gonna be?
Discontinuous.
Discontinuous. Sorry? What's this here gonna be?
D.
D, yeah, producing your 2 recessive allele. Homozygous recessive, good. 45D, 45D. So this SEMA girl get constriction of her bronchial tube. She's coughing and she's wheezing. She has what? She has TB, right? That's TB. That must be TB, right?
Asthma, sir?
Yep, it's asthma. Some people will put malaria. Yep, but she has asthma. 47. Hypertension does not occur as a result of what? Does not occur as a result of what? You see atherosclerosis is here, right? And why this question, why I use this, why am I talking about this? I remember while I was on vacation on the balcony of the Atlantis, I was teaching you about atherosclerosis. I showed you a picture. I show you how the blood vessel become narrow and how it becomes blocked and how the blood pressure would increase as a result. And still, people went to the exam and still couldn't remember what it was. Things that just make a big man cry, you know? Anyway, not here to judge anybody. So the answer is C here, right? Yes, no? Y'all very guilty. Y'all not saying anything. It's not gonna be C. They're asking which one does not contribute.
Anemia, sir?
Yeah, anemia is your answer. Anemia doesn't cause hypertension.
That is a lot of blood.
Lack. So if you don't have blood in your blood vessels, or you have a decreased amount of blood in the blood vessels, would that be hypertension or hypotension?
Hypotension.
Hypotension, right? So it wouldn't cause hyper, it would cause hypo. So your answer is B. Good. So protein produced by blood plasma cells derived from B lymphocytes. What's that? Fancy words for antibodies. Fancy words for antibodies. Substance released by the body to neutralize Harmful chemical produced by microorganism. So the chemicals produced, so this is substance produced by the body, right? What would the microorganisms have, or what would they release? The microorganism will release toxins, so the body will produce antitoxins. All right, so yeah, so there it's C. Antibiotics, we know what these are. What is this thing? Hey, mute your microphone if you have all that beating happening in the background. 50. Abdominal pains and severe diarrhea. The person has ringworm, right?
No, they get typhoid fever, or they get fever in the typhoid.
Or does that person have gonorrhea? Typhoid fever, right? Your answer is A. I don't like how I'm laughing alone, you know. I feel, so alone here. Anyway, those persons that I'm throwing hints at might not be in the class. 2, 3, 4, on or in water. Answer is D. 51D. And then this one here, I'll beat people in the class for this one. So read this one here. We had lots of discussions about immunity. So let's read this one and then you will tell me your answer in the chat. Go, read.
What type of immunity is acquired from the antibodies that are produced when a vaccine is administered?
So we're giving a vaccine, a weakened pathogen. So what type of immunity is that? Artificial active, artificial passive, natural acquired, natural passive. I'm waiting in the chat for you to see your answers. One person so far. Two persons so far. So far, all you got a question wrong, right? So far, all you got it wrong. So just read again. Everybody has sent me a message, you got it wrong so far. Please read again. What type of immunity is acquired from antibodies that are produced when the vaccine is administered? So a vaccine is administered. The antibody is produced. So that's your hint. The antibody is produced. So the body is still producing the antibody. Selena, you got it wrong. I'm disappointed. Let's go through it. When we say active, what we mean? It's active and passive immunity. What does active mean? Come on, speak. Well, yes. Active immunity, the body is making the antibodies. Passive immunity, the body is receiving the antibodies. That's automatically giving your answer there. Can you tell me it's passive? It shouldn't be any passive. So automatically B and D is out. or are out. The body is making the antibody, a vaccine. We give a weakened pathogen. So we are artificially giving the pathogen. So it's active artificial. Your answer is A. I'm disappointed. This is not the same question as the mother passing breast milk to the baby, you know. It's not the same question. It's a different question, right? The answer there is A. Artificial active or active artificial. We understand that?
Yes, sir.
Good. Um, 53. Beriberi is a nutritional deficiency. What gas is produced by your landfill sites? Okay, are we gonna answer now?
Methane.
Methane. What's the effect of carbon monoxide on the body?
Prevents oxygen uptake by blood.
Good. Carbon monoxide is liked more than oxygen by red blood cells, so A would be your answer there. Very good. For 56, chlorine does what?
Destroy microorganisms.
Kill the microbes. If you have, which of the following substance contribute to the excessive growth of algae? So they're asking about eutrophication. What do you have? What do you think? Nitrates and phosphates. Your nitrates and phosphates, the things inside your fertilizers. Right? So the fertilizers lead to eutrophication. So your answer there is B. 58. I don't know if y'all gone quiet on me. 58.
Which of the following are effects of releasing untreated sewage into rivers and lakes?
What do you think? Ouch. Let me go share this link to YouTube because y'all upsetting me. If y'all don't want to answer, I'll get the foreigners to answer. Uh-huh. Good. Are we reading it now? Are we waiting on them to join to read?
Which
That's
of the
quite
following are
clear.
effects of releasing untreated sewage into rivers and lakes? A, increase in bacteria. B, decrease in oxygen. C, death of fishes. Sir, 2 and 3. C.
2 and 3,
So 1 and 2.
1 and 2. All right, so the untreated sewage, when we treat it, we remove the bacteria, right? So if we treat it, we remove the bacteria. Or we at least make the bacteria not as pathogenic, right? So it has to include increasing bacteria, right? It's because it's untreated sewage. So it has to be 1, right? Decrease in oxygen. What do you think about decrease in oxygen? What would happen to the microorganism using up the oxygen? That's correct. And death of fish. Would the untreated sewage lead to the death of fish? Not so sure with that one. Let me think for a bit. What do you think? Would untreated sewage lead to the death of fish? It probably
Yes.
can. It probably can. I would say all of those. 1, 2, and 3. So D there for me. What's your non-biodegradable pollutant? Non-biodegradable. If it's
Lead.
non-biodegradable, it means it's not dissolved, right? It's not broken down, right? And if it's biodegradable, it means it's broken down by your microorganism. So the only one that's not biodegradable there is lead. All right, good. And this one here likes to come. They like to bring this as the last question on the paper. Contamination of water sources is detrimental to humans because of spread of waterborne diseases such as what? What's the only waterborne disease there?
Cholera.
Cholera.
Cholera. And I told you that cholera is spread through fecal oral route. So somebody must have some sort of contact with feces, and then the feces somehow end up in drinking water. All right, good. So C, B there, right? B, cholera. Good. So we have that done and dusted. We will work one more HSB, and then we will do 2 Inte papers because HSB's on Monday. Tomorrow night we should work another 2 HSB, and we should be okay. We should be okay. I don't think I'll do Sunday night with you. I don't think I'll do Sunday night with you. Because HSB is paper 1, it's not gonna be that hard. Anyway, what paper we gonna do now? Which one we gonna do now?
2023, sir. January.
I don't have it. Do you have it? Or did I send it to you recently? I think I sent it to you all recently, right? Let me see. Did I send you? No, I sent bio January. I don't have 2023 January. Anybody has a consent for us? 2023 January. Was that a part of the list? The things I sent to you? It gets really annoying when I'm talking to myself in this class, you know.
No, sir, you didn't send it.
Do you have it?
No, sir.
No, what if you don't get it and me and get it?
So see if anyone needs Jamaicans, then get it.
You gotta stop with this Jamaican story. Them people gonna beat you up. You like throwing shit at Jamaicans. Them Jamaicans didn't do you nothing.
I mean, guy, sir.
Good night. So I think but I'm unaware how to send it in this chat.
You have it here? You have it?
I have it in my Gmail.
In your so you can pull it up?
I guess I can.
Yeah, you can share the screen. Everybody should be able to share the screen. You can pull it up and share it. Or you can forward it to me on Gmail. So we will cover about 5 years of paper. That should be sufficient. At least 55 questions should come back.
I'm getting some difficulties to share it.
Okay, so you want to send it to me? I'll put my email up. You can just forward it to me. I'll pull it up. Oh shit! You got email? In the meantime, somebody see if we have 2022 and 2023, no, 2022 and 2021 Inte paper in the group. Did you forward it?
I'm trying, but I can't get it to send. I don't know why.
Oh boy. All right.
So sorry.
That's okay. Let me see if anybody on YouTube has it. Nobody answered either. All right, let's try and work another one here.
I think you'll be able to get it as a PDF file.
Yeah, that's okay. You're getting through with it? Let's see what I can do. We have 2022 in T. We did 2021 in school, right? So that makes sense we do that again. We did 2020 also, right? This one was 20.
Yes, sir.
This was 2019, so that doesn't make sense. We do that. 2018, do we have 2018? 2018. Yeah, we have 2018. Let's do that. No, 2018. Just lost it. Hold on. So I just checking CTC 2018 in the list. I think I saw it just now, but I'm not seeing it anymore. So I'll pull up the 2017 as you look for that one in the meantime. So this was what? What subject was this? This is 2017, May, June. I can run through some of these because we looked at them before. So it should be simple, quick. The process where living organisms, let's read this here quickly. Somebody read for us.
The process by which living organisms get energy from the food is called
Respiration.
Respiration. It's not nutrition, it's respiration. They're talking about getting the energy. All right. So yeah. Number two. So you're putting on the answers for 2017 HSB 1, right? Number two, quickly.
Which of the four
Which of the following is not a function?
Well, yes. Can we read number two question, please?
Which of the following is not a function of the cell membrane?
And the answers?
Is
C?
it B?
I want us to read the question and the answers, please.
Which of the following is not a function of the cell membrane? It is B. It keeps the cell contents in correct proportion.
What does that?
Sorry?
What does that? You're saying the answer is B. That's not a function of the cell membrane. So I'm asking you, what part of the cell does that?
The cell wall.
No, that's a cytoplasm. So yeah, your answer is B, but the cytoplasm is what keeps that in proportion.
Okay.
And plus B there, 2B. Question 3.
During osmosis, the movement of water molecules through the semi-permeable membrane continues until
Hydrostatic pressure equals the osmotic pressure.
Yep, that's what osmosis is. This one we did on just now. What's the answer there?
B.
Five.
D.
This is a
D.
question you've done already, right? So it should be moving quickly. D, yeah, yeah. What is the best to prevent constipation? Constipation, what's that?
C. Fruits and vegetable salad.
All right. Fruit and vegetable salad. I can do with one of that right now. And 7,
Which of the following reagents give a positive test for the main food present in a slice of baked potato?
so the main
That
food
will
in baked,
be that will be an iodine solution.
Yeah.
yeah, because that's starch, still starch, even though it's baked, it's still starch. Good.
And
So iodine,
carbohydrate.
next question.
Which of the following vitamins can be produced by the skin as well as obtained from food?
Vitamin D.
D.
Look for that just now, vitamin D, good. 9,
Item 9 refers to the following diagram, which shows the structure of a typical tooth. Which of the following parts labeled A, B, or C supplies the tooth with food?
That would be C.
C.
pulp cavity, yep, that's correct. Grinding food, we took what is just now.
Molars and premolars. B.
Molars and premolars, good. Amylase, which of the graph shows amylase function?
A. E.
A is correct. 11A is correct. You have to match these here. Gastric juice secretes gastric juice. That's your stomach. So that's supposed to be either C or D. Produces bile.
The liver.
So the answer there is C. So your answer is C. 13. Undigested food. We talked about this. What's this?
It
Digestion.
will be digestion.
Amino acids, which of the following, which are produced as a result of digestion, are not used for what?
To repair worn out tissues.
Are not used? Please read the question again.
Amino acids which are produced as a result of digestion are not used
Carbohydrates.
to make carbohydrate.
Okay, good. I can work with that one. So C. We just did this one. What's it gonna be?
C.
C. I hope that's what you said.
Yes, sir.
16. Lactic acid. What's that? That's all you need to know. Lactic acid. What's that?
Anaerobic.
D. 16D. Anaerobic respiration. You just did this. Was the answer?
D.
Do I trust you on that?
Yes, sir.
B as in boy.
D as in dog or Dexroy.
Okay.
Answer is D, yeah. And this one here. As cigarettes increase, we see what? Cancer is also increasing. So what's your answer? Which one is that saying that there?
It will be as the number of cigarettes smoked per day increases, the risk of getting lung cancer increases.
So that's one is what? A?
A.
Yeah.
Good. And 19.
refers to the following diagram of a vertical section through a human heart. Which of the following parts is taken by blood leaving the right vertical?
Right ventricle. You gotta go to one.
Oh,
Go to the pulmonary trunk, which would be your pulmonary artery. So one. So the only one that has one is what?
B.
B. That's a stupid question. I hate questions like that. They don't give you any trick, you know, any. But yeah,
All can come like that.
y'all lazy, y'all lazy.
I wish.
20.
Capillaries have very thin walls which have only one layer of cells. This is to allow rapid diffusion of gases and
Yeah.
glucose.
Very good. And we just did this one here. The only, oh, it changed up, you noticed? I think it was C the last time, was it? Anyway. Lung
Yeah.
corresponds with pulmonary, so automatically is B.
B.
Coronary thrombosis is where blood clot blocks your coronary arteries. So what is that gonna be?
C.
And they asked you this question in the paper too, and nobody remember the answer. Vitamin K. Google will always show you what you want. So if you type in something and Google will always show you a possible thing and you say, oh, I was correct. No, you were not correct. No, you weren't correct. You got it wrong. It's vitamin K. Good. And what are these bones here? We speak about this a lot of times. The largest bone in the body is what?
The femur.
The tibia and the fibula.
So 6X is the femur.
Y is the tibia. And X is the fibula. So
Good.
the answer is B.
Oh, nope. X is the femur.
Y is tibia.
Y is the. I'm gonna get inside.
Isn't Y the tibia?
Yeah, there's a point to the tibia. Correct. Read your answer. We did this just now. What's that?
E is the answer for that question.
C.
B. Pelvic girdle.
B, your pelvic girdle. Good. 26.
The triceps falls on the ulna.
Nope. Bent. Is bent or flex?
Oh, which of the following occurs when the arm is bent or flexed? Oh, sorry.
A.
A is correct.
The biceps falls on this.
It's a trick question because they're showing you the arm is extended, so that would have been B. But the question is asking you when the hand is bent or flexed. So that is supposed to be A. The answer is A. 27.
C.
Correct. We did these two just now.
Yes, sir.
28.
B.
29.
29 is A.
A. 28B, 29A.
So the following occurs when blood sugar levels rise above the normal. Insulin secretion is increased.
D is correct. But it sees that. The word inhibited mean prevent it from working. So it wouldn't be that. You may see the word in and see, oh, that must be increased. No, it's not. The answer is D there. 31. Conscious thought. What part of your brain does conscious thought?
The cerebrum. A.
Cerebrum. Cerebellum does what?
Balance.
Balance and posture. Hypothalamus does what?
Secrete hormones.
Medulla oblongata does what?
Involuntary action.
Such as what?
Breathing. Heartbeat.
Even a red room in your money.
Only if you're stupid. 32. What's involuntary there?
C.
C.
Good. 33.
Which of the following occurs to bring about accommodation in the eye?
Does it this
A.
one? Good. 34. S is the pancreas, so it secretes what? Estrogen, right?
Insulin. D.
Good. 34D. 35. Luteinizing hormone does what? Who remembers this?
Of course, I remember.
C.
Nope.
D.
Nope.
Sir,
You
A.
A. Luteinizing hormone. Release the egg. Very good, Selena. Next. Not true. Not true.
D.
D.
And we did this just now.
C.
I trust him to give the answer correctly. Good.
B.
38.
B.
Good. B is correct. That part doesn't go inside of the egg. So your mitochondrial DNA, you get that from your mother, right? The man doesn't contribute mitochondrial DNA. That's because this part does not go into the egg. Only this here goes in. What's A? What's D? What's D there? Well, you'd asked me this question before and I answered it. That person is here and remembers. A, D is the, yeah, go on. Acrosome, very good, Machette. So the acrosome is what? Have your enzymes to digest or to break down the egg for entry, right? Very good. And C is your nucleus with the genetic material. And obviously A is your tail. So we have the menstrual cycle here. Estrogen is the highest at what day? It wouldn't be D. Wouldn't be B.
A, sorry.
What?
A.
Somebody agrees with that? Everybody agrees with that?
B.
B is in boy? No, that's not correct. A is correct during ovulation. But is preparing for ovulation. So A there, right? Party. Money reach party.
Which of the following contraceptive methods prevents the egg from being implanted in the uterus?
Diaphragm.
The egg from being
Diaphragm. B.
the egg from being implanted in the uterus.
The egg from being implanted into the uterus.
It's not A or B.
It's not A or B. They're not asking, all right, let's go to this question again. Which of the following conceptive methods prevent the egg from being implanted in the uterus? They're not asking for what prevents ovulation. They're not asking what prevents the sperm from entering the uterus. That would have been A or B. And if the answer cannot be A, then it cannot be B. And if the answer is B, then it cannot be that one there. So A and B is out. So your next best answer is your intrauterine device. Next.
Ovulation is processed by which
G.
immature egg is released into the oviduct.
Good. Multicellular organism, whenever cells need to be replaced, they divide by what?
C.
Mitosis. Good. Chromosome is made up of protein and
DNA.
for the four. The best example of genetic engineering is what?
B.
Insulin production in the bacteria. Which of the following cannot be prevented by healthy lifestyle activities?
Sickle cell anemia.
Sickle cell.
Sickle cell is hereditary, right? So you can't prevent that by running. Next.
Yes, sir.
Imagine the
Seema
following.
has the following. Go ahead, sorry.
A. Asthma.
Good. She has asthma. Hypertension does not occur as a result of what?
Anemia.
48. Which of the following about herpes is true? It's caused by a bacteria, right?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Sir.
Wow. Hold up there. That's not true. Herpes is a virus, not a bacteria. Oh.
C is the
Herpes
answer.
does not affect fertility. Yes, it does. There's no complete cure. That's true. There's no
So
cure.
it's C.
All right, so it's C. Good. 49. Dengue fever. This one is actually aching joints, joint pain. You can get abdominal pain, but there really is the painful joints. Next.
In order to purify water from a well for drinking, it is best to boil it under pressure. C. Or B.
It's not C, it's B. But I don't like the degrees they have. It's supposed to be like 110. Because some bacteria still survive at 100. But anyway, yeah. Or the extreme pressure. But anyway. B. B is your answer, your best one there. You pasteurize milk, no water. And 51 is what? Which stage is prevented by keeping the household refuge properly covered?
B.
Yeah, B. Eggs. And is this the same question? It is the same question. What is the answer here?
Artificial.
Active or artificial? Yeah. What are they asking us here? What inference, what conclusion can be drawn from the graph above? The rats suffer from leptospirosis. So the rat population is here, and the human leptospirosis cases mimic that of the rat. So that's out. Leptospirosis is always on the increase. No, it doesn't show always on the increase. It's also decreasing. But what we can see, as you have an increase in the rat population, so too is leptospirosis. Human may cause leptospirosis in rats. Wow. Rats may cause leptospirosis in human. The answer is D. You don't even need a graph to show that. The answer there is D, okay? Water pollution could be controlled by what?
C.
So you're saying C?
I think it's A, sir.
What lashes? Answer is A.
Oh, sorry. I read the question or answer.
You clearly didn't read the question at all. 55.
The process by which water
A.
vapor changes to water is known as B.
What?
Condensation.
C.
C. 56.
B.
D, dog. Chlorine kills the microbes. D, dog. 57. Can we have somebody to go through this and give the answer quick? We did this one multiple times. I guess not. All right, so what happened? Well,
C.
collect the water, pour in a sterile, incubate, count the growth. C. 58, all of them. All of them. Landfill site, methane. A biodegradable substance is one that does what? What does biodegradable mean?
Can be broken down.
Broken down by what?
B.
By what is
Bacteria.
Bacteria.
But he said B. Look at the thing, said big cannot. Big cannot.
It's A, sir. It can be broken down by bacteria to harmless materials.
Yes, your answer is A. So you gotta be careful with these questions, guys. Don't just jump and choose an answer and ignore a particular word, right? Anybody found the 2018 paper? We'll work that probably tomorrow. Let's shift now to INTI. So the persons who are not doing INTI, you can disappear. We're gonna come back tomorrow to continue tomorrow night. No, tomorrow we are meeting actually in school, huh? Tomorrow is in school at 9, I think. Is it 9? What the schedule says?
Supposed to be 9.
All right, so we'll be there at 9 tomorrow. And maybe tomorrow night we can work another few online. All right. So tomorrow night we're gonna work a few. It'll be 1 in T1 HSB or 2. We're gonna meet in school tomorrow at 9, and then we'll meet online tomorrow night. Good. So let's see what we're
Thank
gonna
you,
work.
Mr. Hudson. Bye.
Okay, no problem. Let's see what other people we're
Thank
gonna work.
you.
You're welcome. INT. How are we with the INT paper workings? Did we never started those, or did we? Did we start those?
Oh, sir.
I think we did. I think we did a few papers before. Yeah, I think we did at least one before. Let's work with the most recent one. I think I sent you 2022 yesterday. Let's work that one. Oh, is that Tyrese Brown? Is that Mr. Brown there?
Yes, sir.
How are you, son? You're as well?
Yes, sir. Everything's good.
Right. So INT 2022, May, June, write your answers down. 2022, May, June. Let's go. Somebody to read the first one there for us.
The most important reason for ensuring that a baby is fed the milk his or her mother produces during the first 3 to 4 days of lactation is that this milk. Man, this thing confusing, buddy.
You're done, so you can't read. Sorry, confusing.
You should have answered the question for the next man. Are you just like people?
Who can read that question there for us?
The most important reason for ensuring that a baby is fed the milk his or her mother produces during the first 3 to 4 days of lactation is that this milk contains the correct amount of fat and oil for growth, is at the correct temperature for the baby, reduces the risk of breast cancer in the mother, and D, gives the baby protection against infection.
Yeah, we produce, and the milk has antibodies, rich in antibodies. What do you call the first milk? What do you call the first milk a mammal produces? Colostrum. In Guyana, we just say pear loose. I don't know where pear loose came from, but pear loose. You ever eat pear loose? They have fried up and eat it?
No, sir.
You never, you miss half of your life. That thing tastes good. Anybody has ever done it? So they boil it down. Yeah, they boil it down and then it like fries up. And it tastes really good. It's really, really good. When I was younger, we used to have cows. So a lot of the time, the cows were either pregnant or with calves. So my mother didn't breastfeed me actually. I had a lot of cow milk growing up. I always wonder, like, why do people give people cow milk? Are you the cow? Are you the calf? Why are you drinking the cow's milk? Nobody else drinks breast milk. So why are we anyway? Well, yeah, that's the first milk is for really protection. It has a lot of antibodies. So imagine when you eating all of that pear loose or that cholesterol, you have all of that cow antibody inside your body. No wonder we just look so big. Antibodies. Read the next one there.
Antibodies are important in the human body because they A, control hormones, B, protect against diseases.
Antibodies are important in the human body because they protect against disease. B.
Yep, is correct. 3. energy production in an animal cell? Mitochondria. Do we see that?
Yes, sir.
What forms the seed after fertilizing? I love this question. What forms the seed? I will beat people for this question. What's the answer here?
Which part of the flower form the seed? Which part of the flower form the seed after fertilization?
What's the answer there?
Research.
Yeah, one.
Yes.
Yes,
Sir.
it's ovule. Ovule.
Yes.
Ovule. Y'all don't fed up hearing me say these things. The ovule forms a seed, and the ovary forms the what?
Fruit.
The fruit. I just tired of hearing myself say these things. So the answer there is A, ovule. Shakem, where's Martin?
You know,
Question 5. Somebody read that one.
Item 5 refers to the following diagrams, which display seeds under different conditions in 4 test tubes plugged with cotton wool. In which test tube is germination most likely to take place?
Dry cotton can't germinate anything.
Yes, B.
0 degrees can't germinate anything. Boiled water can't germinate anything. The answer is B, 2.
Mm.
Are we there? Are we writing our answers down?
Yes, sir.
Good. Which is not a microbe? Which is not a microbe?
Red bug.
That bug.
Which of the
Next.
following refers to the method of planting in which crops are grown in alternating bands?
Which of the following refer to the method of planting in which crops are grown in alternative band?
Alternative. Crop rotation. Crop rotation. What's white?
Nucleus.
It's nucleus. Yeah, I think it's a lot for answer some simple questions, man. What's 9? During menstruation, what happens?
The lining of the
Yeah.
yes, sir.
is shed.
I don't want to choke some of y'all, you know. Are you gonna tell me A for a question like that? The lining of the uterus is thickened in menstruation. What happens when the girl goes through her menses?
Uterus wall is shed.
The wall breaks down. B. 20. 10.
Which of the following shapes describe molar teeth?
Molar.
Flat. Oh.
Flat. Good. X. What's X there? So read the question. Read the question.
Which of the following occurs during inhalation at the area labeled X on the diagram?
When you inhale, the ribs move upward. The diaphragm relaxes. When you inhale, the diaphragm relaxes or contracts? Contracts and pushes downward. So that's not going to be correct. So B is out. The pressure inside the lung increases. The volume of the thoracic cavity decreases. That's out.
Yes, sir.
Decrease. Yes, A is correct.
Upward and inward.
Upward and outward. Good. So A. And 12 is what? You said A. No, it's not gonna be A. It's a large surface area.
All three.
It can be. Pay attention. The thing says small surface area.
Oh, 1 and 3.
You got the question wrong because of your stupidity.
Oh,
I
I thought it
told
was
you
large.
that several times. You can't talk.
These
You gotta stop
questions.
talking. You gotta stop talking. Huh? You gotta know.
Most
Good.
the question. Repeat, buddy.
Moist, large surface area, rich blood supply. So the answer here is only 1 and 3. B. 13.
Which of the following types of drugs are used to get rid of water from the human body?
If you don't know and you're guessing here, which of these words look familiar to you?
Diuretics.
Diuretics, very good. Antidiuretic hormone, isn't that about water?
Yeah.
Yeah. The answer is D. What bone is that at X there?
Humerus.
Humerus. What's the phalanges?
Fingers.
Fingers alone?
And toes.
The toes too. Those are phalanges. Uh-huh. Natural light and artificial light. Read the question, read the options. Which one is the best one? You can adjust the intensity of natural light. What's your answer there?
C.
But you can adjust. Where's natural light?
Which of the following best describe natural and artificial light? Oh.
No, oh, nothing. Because you still don't know.
Formula.
Answer is D.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, you said that. Mhm.
As I was about to, they said it.
Yeah. CX give you a mark based on what you're about to say. 16. Which are considered air pollutants or cause of air pollution? All of them except oil spills. When the oil spills, where it spills into?
The ocean.
Ocean. So there can be air pollution, there can be water pollution. So it can be 2 and 3. The answer is C here. 16C. A hinge joint is found where? In your shoulder, right?
Yes, sir, my shoulder.
Right. Put it in the exam. The
Is
hinge
the answer.
joint is what?
Knee.
Knee. Knee. And this question, they like to bring this one. They like to bring this one change up slightly. So read it carefully. Read it carefully, which is true. They're asking which one is true.
Easy answer.
C.
Yep, C is correct. Remember, aerobic respiration also produces large amounts of energy. Anaerobic produce small amounts of energy. Anybody remembers exactly how much ATP of energy?
38 ATP for aerobic and 1 to 2 ATP for anaerobic respiration.
Very good. 19. Which of the following processes are associated with excretion by the kidneys?
1 and 3.
1 and 3.
One
So
and three. 1 and 3. Good. Some people say the kidney does do evaporation too. But those are people like Crossfield. 20.
The amount of water entering the tissues of the body is controlled by osmoregulation.
Osmoregulation. 21. Cataracts
20.
develop where? This is a lovely question. Cataracts develop where? This question used to actually ask you what takes, wow, I think that's what takes is? Wow, sweet Jesus. What takes impulse to the brain? And that would have been optic nerve. But now they're asking you, where does cataract develop? Cataract develop the lens. 1, right? E. What is there?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
What's the larva stage? Which one is the larva?
People are
2.
2?
2.
3.
2.
You know,
3.
yeah, the one.
Pupa.
What can be one?
Is egg, no,
So then
larva,
egg is, oh, shoot. Egg is 1.
larva.
Adult is 4. So we know that is out. Is 2 or 3?
It's 2, sir.
I think
3.
it's 2. I think 3 is
It's not
pupa.
3.
It's pupa.
Yeah, check the thing. So you don't tell you.
Sir, egg,
Egg,
larva, pupa, and then adult. It's 2.
Good.
Yes.
2. Excellent. Forget it after now. The 3 small bones in the ear, they're called what?
Ossicles.
E.
Ossicles. Ossicles. 24.
Which of the following can be caused by the improper disposal of solid waste?
Spread of disease, contamination of soil, creation of pressed breeding ground. All of those?
With contamination.
Yeah.
Yeah, the soil contamination is not significantly important to us, but it can happen. So 1, 2, and 3, all of those. 25. What's a parasite? Crossfield is not an answer here. Oh, shoot.
Well, this is disrespectful, you know, but anyway.
The parasite live in or on or around? What's the parasite living?
See,
In or on, right? So the fly, the rat, and the cockroach, I mean crossfield, those are all pests, right? So the parasite feeds directly on or in the organism. So that would be the example of the tick here. And 26.
Everybody is a parasite, sir. You feed it off your knowledge.
Yeah, that's not a bad parasitic relationship. But if you are actually feeding well, you'd have gotten the questions correct in the biology exams. But we're not talking about that tonight.
Oh, this for them, you know. This for them,
Next question there, read it.
Which of the following energy conversions take place during the process of photosynthesis? I can let somebody answer this. I know the answer.
Of course you'll make somebody answer this. It's about to say some big boys can't remember this answer.
Also, what you got for lose? I answer this question correct.
Let's see. Take your best guess. Don't tell me the answer in the chat.
No.
You take a long friend. What's the answer?
D
is correct. You really outdid yourself there. Light to chemical energy, and the chemical energy that goes through, that goes on to make glucose. We did this one in class. I don't know if you remember. Did we say the LED contains mercury? Which one we said contained mercury? Anybody remembers? Let me tell you if the fluorescent bulb. Y'all don't listen to me at all, boy. Anyway, does the LED emit a lot of heat? No. What does that?
Incandescent.
Incandescent, exactly. So that one is out, right? So D is out. B is out as well. This is a fluorescent does that. So it's either A or C. I would say the LED controls the brightness, and the answer is C. Saves energy at C, right? So the answer there is C. 28. Through the metal rod. What method is that?
Conduction.
Very good. 29. Want to read 29 for us?
Item 29 and 30 refers to the following safety equipment: A, goggles; B, respirators; C, safety vests; D, ear protectors. In answering items 29 to 30, each option may be used once, more than once, or not at all. Which of the following makes a person working on the side of the road visible to most risks? The safety vest.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Which equipment protects?
Fumes.
30 is B.
Respirators. Good. Lovely. I love this. This is a nice question. We did this one in class. Remember we did these?
What are you talking about, sir?
I think some calculation questions are gonna come this year in Inti, you know. So you have to subtract March. You have to subtract February from March, right? So what would we get?
Yeah, it's calculating paper one.
You don't need a calculator. You can write it down and do it the old-fashioned way.
Those take up time, but anyway, and do the
15,487. So the answer is what? A. Everybody okay?
Yes, sir.
Very quiet. How we measure current?
Ampere.
Ampere. How do we measure voltage?
Volt.
How do we measure resistance?
Ohms.
Good. Where are you gonna put the effort on this?
2.
2. So B is your answer there. 34. Which of these fires should we not use water? Which of the fires should we not use water? You should not use water
2 and
on a
3.
chemical fire or an electrical fire. So the answer is C, 2 and 3. Everybody's there? Next question, the diagram above is an example of what? Simple lever, simple lever. B, 36. Clothes are quickly to dry where or in what condition? High temperature and low humidity. What is humidity?
The amount of water vapor in the atmosphere.
Very good. So if you have water vapor in the atmosphere, you would not have your clothes drying. So you want low water vapor. So low humidity and high temperature. So C. We following or are we wasting time? Because if we wasting time, we're going to sleep, you know.
Which of the following properties of aluminum alloys that make them suitable for manufacture vehicle boards?
What's an alloy again? What's an alloy again?
Mixture of four more metals.
Very good. I'm impressed. Surprised.
Was
Good.
teach by the
You were taught by who?
best.
By the best? I would appreciate good looking, but okay, we can work with that too. So what's the answer here?
A.
Light and strong. Very good. So 1 and 2. 38. Ah, there's a lovely question there. We did a lot of those in class. When a metal reacts with an acid, what is formed? And the silence is deafening.
Oh, man, we got things to do.
I think you should not be thinking. It's supposed to be reflex. Reflex. When an acid reacts with a metal, what forms, class?
Sir, water and salt. Salt and water.
Water? Selena, really? Oh my.
Isn't it? Okay, okay. My bad.
Acid with metal. Go back to it. Think, say it. Acid.
Salt and hydrogen gas.
Salt and hydrogen gas. Salt and hydrogen gas. That's correct. Acid and base form salt and water. Acid and metal form hydrogen gas and a salt. What else we talked about? A metal reacting with oxygen forms what?
Metal oxide.
Metal oxide. It's amazing how y'all forget these things. When y'all go in the exam, my teacher did not teach this. You just write them things, they just really insult them teachers. So what's the answer to this question here now? Because if you know that, you can automatically guess what your answer is going to be. So what's your answer going to be there?
Aluminum.
A.
Chloride and hydrogen.
Aluminum chloride and hydrogen. Very good. A. 38A. Good. Rusting is an example of what?
Oxidation.
Oxidation. Very good. Next. Brass is a mixture of what? I told you I had to check out these things. I don't know this. I can't remember this. Y'all check this up. This was a question I told you to know what brass is made of, what stainless steel is made of, and something else. Something that I told you to check up. What's brass made of?
Copper and zinc.
Yes, copper and zinc. That's correct. And what is stainless steel made of? Wow. Stainless steel, guy. What's stainless steel made of? Lashes for them, by lashes.
Iron.
That's it? Iron? Well, that stainless steel would not be stainless at all. Look at me, not rusting. It was just iron. Please check up what stainless steel is made of.
Iron and chrome, sir.
Iron and what? Chrome?
Chrome.
You mean chromium?
Chromium, sir. Sorry.
Is nickel one of it too?
Nickel, yes, sir.
Okay. All right. What you're following is not an example of, it's not an advantage of using aluminum to make cooking pots. It's not an advantage. Not an advantage. No guess?
A, sir.
Sir A?
Soft metal. Yeah, A is the best one. If a pH is 2, what is that? An acid or a base?
Acid.
Acid.
Thank God y'all remember that, because next thing I would have said teacher didn't teach you like that. What removes nail polish?
Acetone.
Acetone alcohol. What removes grass stain? Methylated spirit. Methylated spirit. Grass stain. What borax remove? What stain borax remove? Rust. Rust. Hard water refers to water that. My goodness.
Does not easily lather.
These were my good students. Couple exams and they done already, bye.
It does not.
Hard water is what?
It's the easy answer. It doesn't.
Sir D.
Does not lather with soap.
Yeah.
And soapless detergent differ from soapy detergent mainly because they do what?
Unless somebody answered them wrong.
Soap detergent.
I didn't hear you.
So I was thinking about A and then I changed my answer.
Is correct. Soapy detergents are biodegradable.
Oh my gosh.
I hope you don't change your answer in the exam. Earth is what? Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. So what's Earth? Pluto does go up on the run-ins and he just come back when he feel like. Pluto is the own big man. So yeah, I don't mind Pluto business. He can come back next couple of years. And I hope you know the reason why. That I can come in a physics exam. Huh? Or a paper 2 Inte exam too. But you're not talking about that tonight. Mercury, Venus, Earth. Earth is number 2. All right, Earth is 2. Where's the hottest planet in the solar system?
Saturn? No.
Venus.
Venus.
Venus. You might think that, oh, Mercury is closer, so Mercury must be it. No, it's actually Venus. Venus has special gas that traps heat. Same thing that we know as these greenhouse gases. So Venus is what? Mercury, Venus, number 1, right? So why do you think they're not exploring whether Venus has life? Because they don't know what for sure. No, I didn't work out at all. 1 out. Decayed organic matter in the soil is called what?
You must.
I hope you know how to draw the soil profile. That was the question last year that determined grade 1s. I hope you remember. 49. Installation of low flow shower heads and taps is a method of water conservation because it involves what? What is reasoning? Deep reasoning. What's your answer? Low flow, taps. What do they do? Christ. Just guess an answer. The way you don't guess and put.
Sir D?
Thank you. Very good. Water saving devices. Yay. A non-moving boundary between two air mass is called what? It's non-moving. So it's what?
Stationary front.
It's stationary. Thank you. 51. What is not an example of a fossil fuel? So which one is an alternate source of energy there?
B.
Biomass.
Thank God. Biomass. Biomass is alternative source of energy. Very good. What type of eclipse is this? What type of eclipse is that? That's a lovely question.
Solar eclipse, huh?
What's a solar eclipse?
Yeah, because solar is a straight line.
Solar is a straight line.
That is the easiest way to remember it.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Solar is when the sun is in the earth shadow or in front of the earth.
Oh my god. I ain't able.
A.
So somebody said A. Okay. So the lunar eclipse, make a note of this. The lunar eclipse is when the earth is between the sun and the moon. The lunar eclipse is where the earth is between the sun and the moon. The solar eclipse is when the moon is between the sun and the earth. The solar eclipse is they're all at a right angle. They're all at a straight line, rather. They're all at a straight line, Mr. Crossfield. So don't tell me that is the reason why it's sun. It's solar. The solar eclipse, the moon is in the middle. And in a lunar eclipse, the earth is in the middle. Good. So what is
And says let's see, total lunar.
what's the answer there? So it gotta be something to do with lunar, right?
Total lunar eclipse. See.
Yeah. C is your option, your best option there. It'd be partial if maybe it wasn't completely in the straight line. 53. Heavy material suspends. What's that?
Sedimentation.
Sedimentation. Very good. Oh, this is a new question. I never saw this one before. Which of the following air masses is typically found over the Caribbean Sea? That's a good one. But if you had to guess, which one you would guess and say? Caribbean Sea.
Maritime tropical.
I would have guessed that one too, but y'all Google it and see.
Tropical is Caribbean and Maritime Sea.
Yeah, I would guess that. It can't be polar. We know that. It continental might be on one of the continents, so that's out. Yeah, we ain't gotta guess. We ain't gotta Google it. The answer there is C. 55. Increased pressure encountered at depths affect the ears. It's called bends. So that affects your divers, right? So that's called bends. Which of the following is not a water safety device? Is not a water safety device. Inflatable balloon that goes into the air, not water, right? So D is your answer there. 57. Stable equilibrium. B. B. This is unstable. This is neutral. That's a good one. This is a kind of curve there. It wasn't, if it was flat, probably would have been. a better one. So it's slight one, but this one is the best option. 58 is not associated with the use of fossil fuel. Not associated. What's your answer?
A.
Very good. A, erosion. And this one here, what's your answer? I told you to cram this one. B,
Y
y
to
to,
X.
y to x, y to x. B is your answer. I like to break that one. Let's cram it and remember to put that one. B. Country X experiences an earthquake and has minimal damage to its buildings. Minimal damage. What's reading on the Richter scale? Minimal damage. If it was 7, it would have been very catastrophic. What do you think?
5, sir.
5? Minimal
One.
damage?
One.
Are you sure about that? 1 and what together?
1357.
1 will be building just barely shake.
I like how you just guessing these things.
No, but for to make this
5 will be
zero.
like roof blow off,
The roof.
roof come off.
It's only like 3 for truth, man.
Yeah, 3 sound like a little, not too bad, but let me see. Hold on. So it says, yeah, it can be 3. Let's say less than 2.5 or less usually is not felt. So usually 2.5 or less is not felt. If it was 1, I guess they wouldn't feel that one to record that. So I guess automatically is 3. Let me see.
So 3 is a shut off.
2.5 to 5.4 is often felt but cause minor damages.
It's B or C.
Like that says A is B or C. We gotta get another source. Hold on. It's gonna be B. It's gonna be C. 5. So I have another one here. This is 3 is slight. It's felt quite noticeable by people indoors, especially on the upper floors of buildings. Many do not recognize the earthquake standing. Nothing affects the building or vehicles. But 5 is rather strong. The windows of buildings may be broken.
Yeah, and the roof will come off.
So yeah, let's stick to 5.
Oh, good, yes.
That's a good question. You already teach so the new questions here that you need to pay attention to that possibly gonna come back is this one here as 5. This one, I never saw this one here before. This one here. This one here, the maritime one. This here, this is totally new. Totally new. Lovely new question. This here is new as well. This one is new as well. That was not there before. All right, good. So our next class, I will start by you. I will start with you doing back that paper as a mock exam. All right. I'm telling you so you don't look too dunce. So start preparing for it. Run back through a few of them. Tomorrow, remember tomorrow we're meeting in school at 9 for HSB, right?
Yes, sir.
During the first hour, we're gonna do a random paper as a mock exam. So please don't be late. And you can always have your mother sending breakfast for me as well. That's also welcome. All right. Good night. Sleep well.
Yes, later, sir.
Hmm.
See you in the Juve, sir.
What's that? Oh, people don't know them things. What's a Juve?
Water and powder.
Today is Juve. Tonight is Juve.
Yes, sir.
What are we Juveing? What are we Juveing for?
Independence.
The Juve is supposed to be before the event?
No, sir. Well,
A
after yes,
Juve?
sir.
A Juve is... Yeah,
What is
you're
going
more
on?
confusing. Oh.
Don't make the red, don't make it spend out your money and go buy it.
Yeah. Red women are the devil's advocate. Careful with those, huh? The persons on YouTube, we're gonna meet tomorrow night. Let's make a date for 8. We're gonna do back some multiple choice questions, HSB, and one more of the INT. All right, good. Have a good night. Bye-bye.